Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and this is week 42 of my doing 100 weeks of YouTube videos and focusing on living a healthier and happier life, or living a healthy, happy life. So week 42. So this week has actually been a fairly interesting week, to say the least. I'm just going to start going through my list of 6 areas in which I'm trying to improve my life and point out all the areas where I'm not doing such a good job. Starting with socially. Socially, I don't know that I've done a whole lot this week. I did go to church. I did go to the temple like I normally do. I have gone to the gym a couple of times with my roommate, so spending some time with my roommate. That's also, I did get a cast on my arm. I would show it all to you, but I've got a whole bunch of writing and signatures, and I don't want to give away people's anonymity for that. But I've got some signatures on it, so I think that's being a little bit social, getting people to interact and sign with my cast. Um, Emotionally, been on a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. Um, haven't been on a roller coaster for a while. Emotionally, been kind of stabilized, taking some medications, but not feeling as happy as I would like to be, and not liking how I'm feeling when I'm medicated. So, yeah, that kind of goes into spiritually, physically. So skipping over a lot of things right there. So spiritually, just been doing a lot of praying, a lot of thinking, and just physically been very tired all the time and not sleeping and not sure if it's due to the heat or if it's due to the medication or due to the combination. So I have not taken my medication for a few days and I actually feel more like me, which I decided I like a lot. That made me very happy this morning to wake up and be ornery, which is kind of the dumbest thing in the world. But it made me really happy because it means that my medication is wearing off. I haven't had it for a few days, but it builds up in the system, so it takes a while to get out of the system. But it's not making me as anxious during the day. It's not making me feel as much like I'm a zombie just walking around, like I can't think or process information. I'm just functioning, which I don't like that feeling. So I liked kind of just waking up and being a little bit ornery and then realizing that I was, and I'm like, I still have a choice. I can still be happy. I can still put a smile on my face. But I was like, I I slept better last night than I have in weeks, definitely weeks. And it was nice. Still very tired. Still feel like I'm completely sleep deprived, but actually not feeling as much quite like a zombie. So emotionally very happy to be having some emotions again. So emotionally, that's where I'm at. Spiritually, I think I've been pretty good at reading my scriptures and meditationals and journaling. Been doing Come Follow Me with my roommate. Spent the week kind of planning primary together with each other, which is kind of a spiritual and social thing because we were teaching a class together at church today. So that was good. That was fun. Um, physically, as I said, I went to saw an orthopedic surgeon with regards to my wrist. I'm going to read the technical terminology as to what my doctor said I have. I have to read it because I can't remember it. Extensor carpi ulnaris tendinopathy, whatever the heck that is. I just tell people I have tendinitis, or tendinopathy, which is close enough in my opinion. But I think it's kind of what I was thinking it was before, and it's kind of what I got the impression the surgeon seemed to think that it is that my wrist has just never been the same since I had surgery on it when I was in high school, and I've just kind of probably overused it, possibly retorn something, possibly overextended something. Um, just hasn't quite healed the way that it should. And therefore, his suggestion or idea was to put a cast on it to immobilize it for 4 weeks. So I get to have a cast for 4 weeks. And then I get to have a brace for 2 weeks for 80% of the time. He's going to have to figure out and tell me what 80 and 20% is because he went from 80 to 20. And I was like, that's pretty quick. 2 weeks, 80%, 2 weeks, 20%. And if it's all better in 8 weeks, I'm good to go. And if it's not getting better, then we got to do MRI and surgery, which I'm hoping is a no. But I will. I will go with whatever God has in store for me and with my wrist and getting it healed at this point in time. But at least I am attempting to do what I'm supposed to be doing with it. Not thrilled about it, but doing it. And got a nice hot pink color. Maybe you can see a little hot pink color There you go, hot pink color without showing all the writings on it. Um, and then I mostly got people drawing smiley faces. Somebody today put little 16th notes in a smiley face. So lots of smiley faces. But I do have some signatures, some names. So for um, anonymity's sake, I'm not putting them up here. Also, I don't have permission from people to share all of that. So anyway, that's what I did for my socially, physically. Also, physically, my roommate has joined a gym. So we did go to the gym twice this week. I wanted to go more than that, but we went twice, which was nice. First time we tried to do the elliptical and it was a little too hard for both of us. This second time around, we did the bikes for about 15 minutes and then we walked around for about 5 or 10 minutes. And I was just, didn't have the energy, the strength, whatever. I went to work all day, was exhausted all day. I feel like it's, like I said, my medication. If I can get off of that, maybe I'll have a little bit more energy. I did a couple of days this week, not very many, couple of days this week, trying to get up in the mornings and exercising before work. Discovered I can to some extent with my cast on. It's just a little bit harder with it, and I didn't do everything because of the cast and some of it because of time restraints, but I did do it, so that's good. Let me see. So that was okay. So then we're on to mentally. Mentally, I have been debating back and forth mentally what to do with the medication. Like I said, I've decided to stop taking it again, which I know people would tell me I'm insane. I need to stop. I need to make a decision. I either need to trust my doctors and take medication, or I need to trust myself and decide which medications I want to take. And I was really excited about this medication I took. I was really excited about the fact that for once I didn't feel depressed, and I was excited and I got stuff done and I was doing things. And my roommate has pointed out all the changes that it's made in me, and that's a positive thing. And I was like, I agree with all of those things. I love all of those things. I just do not love all the side effects. I don't like feeling like I'm kind of like a zombie. I don't like feeling, antsy's not quite the right word for it, but I can't sit still. And I know there's a word for it or something, but it's just basically I can't stop moving around, like constantly moving. And it's just, and I'm pretty sure I move a lot around anyway, just because I have ADHD, but the point where I'm like, I can't sleep because restless, that's the word. I'm just restless. And there doesn't have to be anything to do. Like I can't sit and focus on one thing. It's like it made my ADHD worse. So then I had to take ADHD medication to help with the side effects of the one medication. But then I think because of the heat, and I've taken other medication before. I remember taking medication for a staph infection, and the heat got, so I ended up getting like heat sick from the heat and heat exhaustion, basically, I think. And so my body is just like shutting down, and I'm totally exhausted and I can't function. And I was like, and I'm pretty sure that's from the heat. But I think the reason my body's responding that way is a side effect of the medication. And I did look it up. That is a side effect of the medication, that it can cause your body to not regulate temperature properly. It can cause you to overheat. So I was like, I live in Arizona. It's the middle of the summer. It's already 113 degrees outside. And then I got medication that's causing my body to overheat and help my body not to process it. No wonder I'm having heat exhaustion. No wonder I'm not sleeping. No wonder I'm overheating. So it's this whole not a good side effect process. And then, like I said, taking the ADHD medication helps with the ADHD and helps with the restlessness, but then it also raises my blood pressure. So then I have to take blood pressure medication. And now I'm taking 3 medications to try to deal with my depression, not sleeping, dealing with feeling heat exhaustion, that none of the pills I'm taking are helping to deal with that. So then I have to see a doctor for something else, which costs more money that I don't have, that goes into the financial side of everything. And it requires me to take more medications. And I was like, I don't need to be taking, I don't like the idea of taking medications for side effects of medications for side effects of medications. And that's pretty much what I feel like I'm doing right now. And so I know I can function. Maybe not, I don't function well, and maybe there's a lot of things I don't get done, hence the reason for my doing 100 days of videos of facing things that I've been avoiding. But I feel like I just don't have the money to keep, like, I want to have money to invest in myself, but financially, I don't have a lot of extra money. I don't know what it's going to cost for this cast because they were nice enough to bill the insurance, but I know I have a really high deductible, so I'm going to end up having to pay for it anyway. I had to get new tires on my car last week. So a lot of things where I just don't, money just feels tight right now. And I know I'm getting a third paycheck this month, and that will help even everything out with my bills the way it's at, but it doesn't give me a lot of extra room for extra things. And I am more concerned about dealing with my wrist and knowing that if I trust in God, that He can help me with my depression. And yes, it is potentially a chemical thing, but I also know that I've taken that DDR Prime before, the doTERRA products, which I have not had in a while. I'm again not a spokesperson, not a sponsor, just saying I've taken them and they've worked in the past to help with my depression. And that is probably a cheaper route for me to go, to take something that doesn't have a ton of side effects, because I've taken that for months and not had side effects to it. So, well, that's not entirely true. I get a little bit of side effects where it's like I just kind of belch up the, not that that, I know it's kind of gross, sorry, but just kind of burp and can kind of taste the essential oils. But that's the worst of the side effects. It doesn't like mess with all the rest of my hormones. It doesn't make me get overheated. It doesn't raise my blood pressure. It doesn't make me restless. It doesn't prevent me from sleeping. It doesn't have all the other side effects that I just can't physically function with. And I'm like, this is supposed to help me function better, and all it's doing is making me be sleep deprived and insane. So I am logically trying to mentally make a decision based on that and based on how I feel about myself, and financially making the decision that I can't really afford another $100 to go see the nurse practitioner to discuss other options and other medications, because I really don't feel like I want to turn my body into an experiment. And I realize that sometimes if you're really desperate and you're having a lot of problems or you need medications, it's absolutely okay to take medications. It's absolutely okay to find doctors that you trust and to take things that you need to take. And I'm not saying it isn't. I'm not saying any of those things. Please, I'm not a doctor. I'm not, I'm not a counselor. I'm not any of those things. This is just me personally trying to figure out what works best for me, and knowing that I have given this a good shot. I've been taking it 3, almost 4 weeks, and taking this medication, hoping my body would adjust to the medication, hoping the side effects would calm down, hoping that things would get better. And I just got to the point where I'm like, I can't function. I can't sleep. I'm so uncomfortable, and I can't do it. And I've been off the medication for 2 or 3 days, and I'm like, today, like I said, I feel so much better. I was like, I'm having mood swings again. I'm okay. I'm me. I'm a human being. I can live with myself right now. I can actually make videos. I can actually daydream. I can actually think about doing other things instead of just feeling restless and having absolutely nothing to do and not being able to focus on anything. So I think this is better for me personally. But that's just me. If you have any other thoughts, comments, ideas, I mean, go ahead. You can put them down there. You want to bash me for not doing what the doctors say, go ahead. That's fine. Whatever you want to put in the comments. Not going to change my opinion on this one. I'm very stubborn. That's one of those stubborn things kicking in. Going to stick to that. So financially, because like I said, I spent all the money on tires this month and medical things, and I just don't have the money. Sorry, I forgot I had an alarm set. Tell me I have somewhere else to go. Anyway, so I just don't have the means to do more. And right now I took money out of my savings in order to do extra grocery shopping, because I was running out of food and I don't get paid until next week, and I may have to take a little bit more out of my savings. So I've actually taken money out of my savings twice already, and we'll have to do it one more time just to put gas in my car until I get paid this week. And hopefully I can put some of that money back into my savings. But at this point, I'm extremely grateful that I have the savings, and I'm extremely grateful that I have not put anything else on a credit card or gotten myself any further into debt, even though my roommate has offered to help pay so I could pay her back. And I'm like, nope, nope, don't want any more debt. Don't want to do it. I'm good. I'm good. So I am grateful that financially I have not made my situation any worse than it currently is. So I am grateful for that. And that is basically what I have for all of the different areas, 6 areas that I'm working on. Mentally, also, though, I have been trying to make to-do lists. I made a video about that and trying to transfer some data from my old computer to my new computer so that I can work on some other new things to be creative and get myself motivated to do more things as well. So that's kind of where I'm at for this week. And if you like these videos, you can hit like, subscribe, share with someone else if you think they'll like it too. And like I said, I'm really much happier today, having made a decision to not take my medications. But that's what works for me. Doesn't have to work for everybody else. But if you like these videos, you can like, subscribe, share with someone else if you think they'll like it too. And I hope you have a great week full of gratitude and find ways to live a healthy and happy life too.